Okay, hello gents. I'm inside our site plan. So I'm so grateful to have this file format. But anyway, I've been able to really spend a lot of time reviewing. So I would like to sort of share with you what I've been able to sort of figure out. And so basically, and then I will also talk about these drawings that I've been working on. With my program that I normally use for 3D civils. I mean for 3D visualizations. And also about this what do we call the tailor mesh. You see this kind of a structure. That's this kind of a slope reinforcement with this kind of materials. So basically, okay, let me just sort of get back to the starting point. Okay, so basically, uh, I've been sort of reviewing this part from this the road that is going to be we're going to have to sort of that is going to get constructed just for the internal. Okay, so basically this road here it passes through the condo number 45 and 48, basically maybe 49. So with that given, so we are probably going to be extending this wall here from this point here. We are probably going to be sort of it's going to be starting from here. Although we are given that the slope, the steepness of the slope should accommodate 1:15, but still the slope is going to be quite steep, and I'm concerned about this structure that are going to be below road level. This proposed structure, because if you look at around it and all around this structure, there's no part that's quite I can say comfortable in terms of safety, because if you look at this part here, we are going to be having this traffic here, and this part of the front side we are having this road that still is going to be quite steep. Although we are the proposed slopeness of this parking should be 1:15, but still I'm concerned that if you look at the condos here, we have condo number 48 and 43 that within, so that's about a difference of about 4 meters within this section. So with that said, this drive is going to be quite steep. All right, and also on the exit side, you see this part of the road is also going to be quite steep here. Where it joins the origin. So we are probably going to be extending these walls here, and we are going to form another angle. We're going to cave it, and we are going to be sort of putting up another retaining wall here. Although this side here, we're still going to have to put up another retaining wall. But the most critical or the most technical consideration is the volume of safety and also the wall types that we're going to have to come up with. Even if you put a concrete wall or what we call a core wall in civil engineering, it's going to be subject to vibrations because of the traffic. If you put a masonry or the conventional brick, and steel reinforcing, but it's still going to be subject to some structural stability because of the vibrations during its lifespan. So another also consideration is the turning side here, because we are going to be here with our slope, and the vehicles are going to be driving down the steep driveway or the steep road, and then approaching this side, they're going to have to turn. Whilst there's only like a few meters away from the slope, and the slope, that's another consideration on this 7.5 building line. Okay, so I would like to sort of show you what I've been able to sort of do. So I have this model that I scaled, taking into consideration the size of the lot and also the condos. So I was able to sort of cut and to have all this a single level platform. So I also took into consideration this part of the building line, uh, this part, and now we have our platform here to sort of build on. So basically, you see, we are going to be sort of having our own. This side is going to be a bank. It's going to be a slope. We do our cut, and this is going to be the fill face. This is going to be the face of the fill, and this is going to be the exposed bank. So I was quite convinced that this could be the best idea to cut the platform into a single level. This corner here is basically the road that we are from the. This is going to be the main road. That's where it starts from West Road to enter into the site. So basically, I was also able to figure out what would be the best, what would be the height. Okay, so basically, we are this corner will be the highest point with the height of about 4.7 meters. And also this idea, if I could sort of also highlight in this recording, is I could, yeah. So it's also gonna be like 4.7 meters, right? So the other 7.5 meters is just gonna be just after from the toe of the field to the other 190, the main road. Okay, so now with that given, we will be able to sort of construct I was then able to come up with this all the proposed structures: the restaurant, the service station, and the car wash, the wash bay. So basically, this is a possibility of how the land might look like after all the excavations, after all the structures been erected. And so actually, sort of as I said that I scaled my drawing, it's actually accommodating every condo and the size of the land. Okay, so basically we have our this is the building area with an area of about 1,544 square meters, right? And then with another side, this side here, the 7.5 building line, that will be something close to 500, yeah, 500 square meters. Okay, so now the most important thing that I would like to also bring out in this recording is how are we going to be stabilizing this slope? We are going to be having this turning point here. So if we left the bank, without some form of reinforcing or some form of retaining, it's going to be subject to erosion and all those kind of things. So basically, this is what I'm actually sort of, I've been trying to propose, to stabilize the slope with this kind of material. It's called the green mesh. So I'm not quite sure if the council can still regard this as a structure. If we put in front of the slope of the 7.5 building line, if you stabilize the slope with this kind of material, we have it here in Durban. It's manufactured by Maker Ferrari. It's locally available, so we can actually sort of, maybe put it in front of the slope. Like, this is how it looks like when it stabilizes the slope. So they actually weeds can grow in front of it. It's environmentally friendly. But my concern is if the municipality can still regard it as a the council can still regard it as a structure. So you see, basically that's how it is. You see, as you can see, this is actually it's basically the mesh and some mats and some, so there is nothing like a solid structure like a core wall or like or a retaining or massive retaining wall or like gradients. It's basically mesh that is sort of stabilizing the slope, right? And it allows grass to weeds to grow through. So that's what I've been proposing, that probably we could sort of stabilize the slope with this kind of a mesh, right? So yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to sort of make you see all the pictures that was this was also this structure was, yeah. So this is basically the assembly. As you can see, it basically has this mesh reinforcing. They come in different sizes and angles. This one is probably for 45-degree slope. There's also another one they make for 75. They also have another one that is for 65-degree. It comes with a tail that goes into the field, as you're gonna see just now. You see, it comes with this tail that goes into the fuel, and then we bake fuel, we compact all the fuel in layers. But the fuel type that goes closer to this slope here, it has to be something with organic matter that allows the grass to grow. So basically, as you can see, they've just lined them up. So we could probably consider use it, see how it actually looks like with a tail that goes into the fuel that makes it stable. It's super strong. It can last forever without any differential settlement, without any sort of instability in it, because all this reinforcing stabilizes the back fuel with all the amount of compaction. So it's gonna be solid. So that's what I've been actually sort of suggesting. So basically, I don't want to make this recording quite long. This is what I've been able to sort of come up with. So I actually calculated the size of this bank here with a given height, with the length. It was adding up to about 352 square meters, and then I'm still going to figure out what could be the size of this exposed bank. But dear gentlemen, this is what I'm actually sort of seeing at this point in time, that perhaps if we cut the bank, cutting the land into a single platform, we will be able to have much safer site to build all the proposed structures. I don't know what you still think, but this is my proposal to you. So thank you so much for watching.